So in music news, direct to fan platform Medallion raises 13.7 million. What is this about, Tony? What we got?
So, basically, there is a direct to fan platform. I think this is going to be a thing that is going to be coming along for the next couple of years. I feel like artists are trying to find ways to diversify the revenue streams and, bring themselves in more capital. They raised $13.7 million in funding. I'm going to read some of this though. Like I said, the round was led by a venture fund called Dragonfly, also an investor in Nas and Lil Baby. Uh, and Lightspeed Faction, a blockchain-focused venture capital firm. Um, and yeah, I just thought this was interesting, mostly because of the fact that I feel like this is going to be more of a big thing in the next couple of years. Like I feel like artists have constantly complained about getting bad deals, not having the funding to do what they want. And I think if more artists did a direct to fan thing, or more of these, yeah, more artists did direct to fan, I think labels would have to move accordingly. They would have to change their revenue model. They'd have to change how things go, because there's a lot of different ways for these artists to make money without doing things like streams, or just being on like Apple Music, Spotify, all of that. And I think this would be a great way for artists to you know, get themselves more
Yeah,
revenue.
I agree with that. I think what is interesting is we talked about a minute ago how labels are now signing more Latin and African acts in the coming years because they think that's like the wave. But you start to see like the bigger artists in those spaces getting these weirder, unorthodox deals. Like we're about to talk about one now with Peso Puma and the Orchard. But yeah, I think platforms like that definitely provide an opportunity to artists that are looking to get that major label backing without giving up the 90s major label deal structure, technically. Um, but I wanted to talk about the Orchard signing global distribution with Peso Puma's Double P Records, right? Sony Music Entertainment owned distribution and artist label services company, The Orchard, has signed a global distribution deal with Double P Records, the imprint headed up by Latin music star Peso Puma. The reason I found this interesting is because The Orchard, they are a marketing distribution company based in Florida, in Miami. I actually applied to be with them at one point. But they're partnered with Bad Bunny. That's how he signed
Oh
via Sony.
wow.
And so they had the deal was a 90-10. That's what they kept saying, the 90-10 split, which is unheard of in music, period. So that's what he was working with. I'm pretty sure um, I'd have to fact check this, but I thought Central C was signed with a distribution company similarly in the UK like this before he signed to Columbia. So I definitely was interested to see that artists are able to get good deals with leverage. You know what I'm saying? Like Peso Puma's name has been blowing up for like the last how long have we since we've been doing a pod essentially, I feel like. And so for him to like now get a deal like this, I'm sure the numbers are favorable. It is dope to see. It's like, bro, if you can go and it's like the artists that are willing to put the work in and grow their name, it's like, bro, you're not gonna get fucked. So
Yeah, I feel like sometimes, eh, I feel like artists get fucked regardless, bro. I feel like it's hard to really do that. I mean, at
but
the end of the day, it's a business, but
yeah, I just think if you have leverage and an understanding of your position, it's
mhm,
like they're trying to get into business with you at that point. You're not like if you the best time to take on money is when you don't need money, essentially. So,
mhm,
like, if you're an artist who's built up a point where it's like, I'm making money, I'm visible, and I'm able to get to my fans, it's like, you're just here to take me to another level. I don't need you. I'm already doing it. Whereas most artists, I feel like, don't come with that. It's like, bro, I need a deal. It's
right.
like, I need a deal. You know, like, I need a deal. If you need a deal, Imma give you a deal. It's just not gonna be the deal you want. Whereas, like, I wanna do a deal with you. Alright, well, we gotta restructure shit. It's gotta be different now, you know? Obviously, there are situations where artists are getting taken advantage of, but I just think that the, um, takes the opportunity for that down because it's like, now I don't need you. I can do it on my own. Um, something interesting that was similar to this was United Masters. That was Steve Styles' company. They just opened in Nigeria. He just did an interview with Joey Atkin a bit ago, probably like a week ago or something like that, and they're putting it out this week, I think. Joey Atkin's so dope, bro. Joey Atkin has did interviews with Shali Papi, Mr. Easy, and Black Bones in season 3 of Afrobeats Intelligence, and I think that would be a dope collab, bro. That would be a dope collab if I can get that interview. It might not be now, but it's gonna happen. So
Yeah,
shout
it's
out to
definitely gonna be
Independence,
there.
right?
Right.